It is Property of the Week time here on Rural Today. This week joined by Brent Pocock from the team at Property Brokers. Morning to you, Brent.
Yeah, good morning, Dominic. How are you today?
Very well indeed. A little bit drizzly down where we are in Dunedin. I suspect it's still pretty dry up in the Waikato where you are.
Look, I'll try and buy a bit of that off you.
Well, I tell you what, speaking of purchases, I mean, we've got this wonderful property near Awamutu, Waitomo Honey. What a coup to get this particular property.
Look, absolutely right, Dominic. Look, a very humbling and privileged experience, to be honest with you, to be able to even get to an appraiser property like this, let alone bring it to the market. What can I say about it? It's a very successful operation. It's been in existence for 40 plus years. The current owner, the last 10 years. Extracting Manuka honey, the world famous Manuka honey, out of unique location, all situated within an hour and a half from the factory, which is situated on the foothills of Kuiti.
Oh, that's fantastic. And look, I mean, the thing is about it as well is, as you say, look, at Manuka honey, there's about 32 odd Manuka plantation locations for this product, and we all know how well that is performing in terms of a dollar value on the global stage at the moment. New Zealand Manuka honey, people can't get enough of it.
Oh, look, exactly right, Dominic. Look no further. This property is exactly that, selling bulk Manuka honey in 300 kilo barrels, currently to Convita. All their product goes to them. Waitomo Honey has in excess of 50 plus site locations throughout the Greater King Country area, all located within 1.5 hours from their factory. Look, I had the privilege of being out there doing some video shoots and marketing the other day for a day out on site, and look, just breathtaking scenery, huge Manuka bush blocks, very unique, but yeah, wow factor beyond what I thought it was going to be anyway.
Yeah, look, you can only imagine. I've seen a few pictures as well. It looks glorious. So there is those Manuka plantations that we spoke about, and of course the rest of them are made up of non-Manuka locations as well. And that's important because the thing about that is, in speaking to people in the industry, Brent, those other varieties are starting to do very well as well.
Oh, absolutely, Dominic. Look, we're talking here in excess of 30 plus sole Manuka sites that they have access to, and another 20 plus other sites that they can harvest some other potential honey from, pasture honey, etc. But their main core business is exactly that, Manuka honey. Over the last few years, an average of 22 plus tonne of honey per annum being sold directly to Convita.
Wow, that's great. So those contracts are in place as well, which is great. Now, what about talk to me, Brent, about the infrastructure around this particular business, and also the dwellings as well for people that might be interested in purchasing the property.
Yeah, no, absolutely, Dominic. Look, a very substantial, tangible asset list here to be marketed for this property. This is a turnkey operation. So we are presenting the factory, workshop and the implement shed, which combines in excess of 570 square metres. As I mentioned, the tangible asset list that's for sale with this, trucks, forklifts, absolutely everything that needs to make this operation function. The workshop itself, the factory, does not run at full capacity. There is plenty of room for other people to potentially purchase this and keep that factory going, 8-9 hours a day if they need to. But, however, that's not the choice of the current vendors of the property. And I must allude to that, as you know in business, you make things life smarter, not harder. So a lot of this asset list that's been offered for sale is unique to this business. The trucks are purposely made to exactly fit the correct width and length of beehives, etc. The forklifts themselves to work inside the factory. So, look, this is a turnkey operation right through to, 120 nucleus hives, 230 top feeders where they breed their own queens, etc. So, look, very exciting opportunity for somebody out there.
Oh, it's all there, isn't it? Goodness me. And sorry, I might have missed it, but the dwellings as well for the property?
Yeah, look, absolutely, Dominic. There's two properties that we'll be presenting to the market under the same tender campaign. These aren't being marketed as separate lifestyle blocks for external people. This is offered to the purchasers of the factory. You have the option of purchasing one or both of the properties that coincide with the factory workshop implement shed. Look, the factory itself, Dominic, is currently under process of being subdivided onto its own title. So we are looking at multiple titles here. One of the houses is just a smaller lifestyle property right there beside the factory. The other one is a substantial house with 10 hectares, it will take subject to survey. That is on offer as well. So, look, housing, manager's quarters, owner-operator, it is all there if you do wish. You just need to show up and have a good look over, really.
So the tenders, I note, close early April, Friday the 2nd of April, unless the property is sold prior to that. What's the best way if people want to find out more information about this particular business that's up for sale, Brent?
Yeah, no, exactly, Dominic. Look, at this stage of the tender process, we're just still finalising the tender close date on that. We're just getting this property up and going at the moment. So, look, if you need to know more, contact myself, Brent, 0274 339 909. Also working in conjunction with a couple of other colleagues, Peter Livington and Alan Copeman here up in Te Awamutu and the Greater King Country. Look, we work for the vendor. We do what's best for them. So, look, we get the experience involved as well. Alan's a commercial expert in New Zealand. So, you know, we do what's best for the vendors and answer all questions. So feel free to get in touch with any of us.
Fantastic. And, of course, Property Brokers is the website as well. Just look that up and you'll be able to follow your nose and have a look at this property, Waitomo Honey. And this is a wonderful opportunity. Brent Pocock from Property Brokers. Great to have you on the program. Really appreciate it.
No, look, thank you so much for the opportunity, Dominic. It's, it's a credit to yourselves. We follow the show religiously, and like I alluded at the start, a very exciting and humbling opportunity to even be bringing a property like this to the market.